is up, my ASMR and whatever else family? So what we're going to do today is we're going to replace the female end on this extension cord. I don't know how good you can see it. Can you tell? It's messed up. So we're going to cut the end off and we're going to put this end on right here. So this is the female end, because if you don't know, this is the female end, this is the male end. See? That's why, just like sex. So I'll be replacing the ends on this extension cord. I think this is a 50-foot extension cord, but this is a pretty good extension cord, and I'm not going to replace it whenever I can just buy a few dollar end and replace the end of it. So let me get myself situated and everything. We can go ahead and get into it. And y'all just remember, I am not a professional at this. I half-assed know what I'm doing. I watched a video right before this just because it's been a while since I replaced a plug. So I watched a video on this just a little while ago just to make sure. This is just to give you an idea and to relax. You really want to learn, go watch a better video. There's way more videos of people that really know what they're doing with this shit. Let me go ahead and switch everything up. We're gonna do with the plug, with the drop cord right here. First, what we're gonna do is we're going to cut this end off. So I got wire strippers right here. I got a bigger set of wire cutters right here, Irwin, and just gonna, well shit, maybe I'm not gonna be able to get that to work like I thought. Yeah, it will. Let's see, maybe I should just use these. I don't know how good they're gonna work though. Get a better even cut. Probably. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see better, but you see how melted that is. So, I don't know what caused it, but it wasn't something I was going to keep letting go. You know what, let me just use these. I want a good straight cut. There we go. That's better. So you got your ground, which is a green. You got your negative, which is a black, and then you got your positive, which is the white. So, okay. So we got that out the way now. And that didn't even cut straighter. Oh, fuck it. That's straight enough. So, what we're going to do is, now we're going to pull back some of this wire. Which, matter of fact, a razor would probably be good for this. So, I'm going to see if I can find a razor right quick. Well, I don't know. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. Got a razor. Now, I'm going to cut down the middle like that right there. And then we're going to, shit, I thought it slipped. Okay. I'll cut down like that right there. Man, my oldest son is graduating, which he did some different program, so he's graduating a few months early. But for kids at work and everything. But I would really... Okay. So got that off there now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit off of each one. We're going to take a little bit off of each one. And we're not going to take much. We're going to take maybe like a 1/4 inch. A little over a 1/4 inch. So, I was actually expecting that to be solid wire, not a bunch of little ones. Because, you know, sometimes you got them where they're just straight up solid. It's just a big gauge instead of a bunch of small ones. And that's what I was expecting. So, okay, now this is a little different than the plug that I used before. So, because the one I used before it didn't have this or anything. So, I'm kind of... We'll see how this turns out. But I'm pretty sure it's really no different. Man, those Harbor Freight pressure washers, the green ones, they start with a P. Portland, something like that. You can get them for like $100 usually, you know, with their coupon. Man, I had one, and it had one of the ones with the breaker thing on the plug. Like, you could reset it and everything. I'm not sure what exactly that's called, but yeah, you could reset it. So, my pressure washer, it got to where it quit working, you know, and I took it back. I got another one. That one did the same thing. I took it back. I got another one. I was like, man, what the hell, you know? I mean, now they were cool about giving me another one, but then I was talking to a guy, and he was telling me that what caused his to go bad, or he bought a pressure washer, he bought an electric pressure washer, and it had the same plug. So he went, got a plug, you know, and cut it off, and then replaced it, and it worked. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna do that with my pressure washer since it quit on me again. I went and got another plug. I ran that little $100 pressure washer almost every day cleaning cars. I for sure got my money out of it, and I think it quit working on me because I left. It was my fault. So, but yeah, that was a great little pressure washer. So now we're going to try to get all these in here. I guess what I need to do is loosen that up. That way I can get the cord in there. Because this is like a little rubbery plastic piece. So it has flexibility to it. So if you tighten it down, it'll squeeze it. It'll make that hole smaller. Yeah, y'all, for real. Watch another video on this stuff. Like, or ask somebody. This is just for relaxing, for real. Because I would hate for one of y'all to do what I'm doing, and, you know, to go by what I'm doing, and then something happened, and then you blame me for it. So, I'm not to blame. I am not to blame. Okay. Shit. That is not something I need to lose. Okay. Cut more off of these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut more off of those. Well, maybe not. I was kind of hoping this one was just going to be, you know, stick it in there and it kind of like snap on, but I guess not. We'll see. We'll see. And now you want to take the green one, which is the ground, and the screw should be green too. You want to put that on there, and then screw that down. I'm trying to do this to where the camera can still pick it all up. I'm surprised that got it as good as it did. There we go. Yeah, my other one, like I jerk that thing and all kinds of stuff all the time, and it never gave me another problem. So, well, damn. So I need to flip this back around. Because that brass is going to be, or should be, that black. So that brass should go with the negative. So I'm going to turn this over. Come on now. Yeah, and your black wire is your negative. So come on now. Yeah, saying that's on there pretty good now. So yeah. I want to make sure that's on there better. Okay, yeah, it is. It is. I did one of my outlets I did. One day I kept smelling something smoking. I was like, what the hell is that? And then I realized my outlet was burning up, or it might have been Leslie. But yeah, I kept smelling something before, but I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And then I think it was her that she walked in here, and the damn thing was smoking. And I rewired it, and I haven't had any trouble since. But yeah, and that's been a while. And it was there for a good while too before it started. But yeah, that shit was crazy. There we go. Okay. I don't know, maybe it'd be alright if I take a little bit more off of there. I don't want to take too much though. I'm trying not to cut my damn finger. There we go. y'all do stuff like this or know a lot more about it than I do, and you can give me some pointers, go ahead and give me some pointers. Because I'm definitely down to learn, especially with stuff like this. See, I don't like the way that's all out like that. I mean, I guess it's no big deal, but I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I want it all in there. Wish I had a pair of pliers. I was getting ready to say, now how in the hell? For some reason I was thinking I hooked up the wrong damn one. But okay. Okay, so those are on there. Now, the challenging part is probably going to be trying to get this back on, because you gotta line these prongs up and everything with, and I'm having trouble seeing. Okay. Bam, there we go. I don't know if y'all can tell. You see those prongs? Well, there's a space right there that it goes back into. Okay. And we're gonna screw these back in. Okay. Now, we're gonna spin that. We'll get that in there. Then we're gonna screw the two screws right here back in. Well, shit. Damn. I pulled too much, didn't I? Damn, I didn't intend on that. And that right there, see how much is left? That was supposed to be in there. But, oh well. I ain't gonna use it a whole lot, so. But, and I might go back and redo this some other time. But that is is the perfect example of why you watch a better video than me doing this. But yeah, either way, like you see how that's squishing, so that's still in there. Anyway. So, okay, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera angle around, and we're going to plug this thing up and see if it works. I'm gonna plug a lamp up to it or something. Hopefully it does. Okay, y'all, so what I'm gonna plug in is the Christmas lights. I already got this plugged in, so let me not hold that metal part. I'm I'm paranoid about electric shit because I've had shit that shouldn't shock me, shock the piss out of me, and I've had stuff that should have laid me out in the floor and didn't barely do anything, just sent like a little shock and just enough for me to look and be like, oh shit. Yeah, one time in welding class, I should have fried my fucking self, and instead it was just like a little shock, and and then it made me realize what the hell I did, and I was using a plasma cutter. But yeah, I told the teacher was like, dude, you're lucky you ain't laying in the floor dead. So, but here we go. Well, that's gotta barely even put it in there. Can y'all see it? So that's it. They work. Hell yeah. So that's good. That's good. Yep. Hell yeah. Because I need this this one or another one, because like stuff I've wanted to do with this channel, I didn't have the lighting, I didn't have the setup. Like, I would like to build something across my ceiling right there in the center of my ceiling that I can bring down, that has lights on it and has the black lights on it, but then it also has its own outlet to where, and power strip to where everything's plugged into it, you know. And then I can just run an extension cord from the wall to it and plug it in. Boom. Done. You know, all my lighting be right there. All I gotta do is cut them on and off. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one, and peace.